to do these, we must have sanction from Prophet Muhammad, may God peace and blessings be upon him. He did not teach us to do this. We will not find in any authentic traditions where the Prophet ﷺ told us to recite any special verse to remove problems, or any name of Allah recited so many thousands of times will remove problems, or will do anything for us. Nothing of this nature has been prescribed. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has mentioned various supplications which may be said, and that it will do this and that for us in terms of removing sins, giving us things in paradise, things like this. He alone can prescribe these things. No other human being can come along and tell you, if you say this, or if you do that, which is not stated by Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, you will get this and you will get that. This reward in paradise, this will happen to you in your next life, this will happen to you in this life, and so on. No one has the authority to say that. No matter how close you might think they are to Allah, they do not have this authority. This is part of the problem which faces the Muslim world today, that certain individuals have taken this authority upon themselves, and people have believed in this, or people have attributed this authority to others, even though they didn't ask for it. And in believing in this, people then turn to these others, and these others become intermediaries between themselves and Allah. And in fact, they are not really intermediaries. They are being worshipped besides Allah. Because there is no intermediary. If one calls on an intermediary, believing that he or she is calling on Allah, then they're calling on other than Allah. As Allah instructed Prophet ﷺ to tell the pagans of Mecca, when they proposed to him that they would work out a deal, a compromise, they would worship Allah one year and worship their own idols the next. And they were willing to worship Allah if he would do the same. They would worship Allah along with him one year, and the next year he would worship their idols along with them. This is a compromise in the struggle. But Allah told the Prophet ﷺ to tell them, قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الْكَافِرُونَ لَا أَعْبُدُ مَا تَعْبُدُونَ. Say, O you disbelievers, I do not worship what you worship. وَلَا أَنْتُمْ عَابِدُونَ مَا أَعْبُدُ. And you do not worship what I worship. If I were to worship Allah one year and to worship your idols the next year, then I wouldn't be worshiping Allah. And if you worship Allah this year, but you are worshiping your idols next year, then you can't be worshiping Allah. Because worshiping Allah means that you worship no one along with Allah. So this basic principle insists that there can be no compromise in the worship of Allah. No individuals can be intermediaries between ourselves and Allah. As the Prophet ﷺ said, "Ad-du'a wal ibadah." Dua, supplication, is worship. Whoever you call on in your supplication, you are calling on individuals in worship. You're worshiping them, in other words. So, dear viewers, I hope that this point is very clear to you, and that you will take this home to others who are misguided in this matter, because it's a very serious issue which can affect our future in the most grave manner. The next question comes to us from Sister Fatima al-Zahra al-Qazamil. She writes, do women have to wear cloaks over their ihram? And could a woman accept Islam while menstruating? Well, do women have to wear cloaks over their ihram? Well, whatever they wear is ihram. If they wear some dress, and they should wear an outer garment, the cloak, abaya or jilbab. This outer garment is a requirement for women in their dress. So that outer garment plus whatever they're wearing inside, all of this together constitutes their ihram. And it's changeable. They may change it. It doesn't have to be any particular color, like it's common, like people now wearing white, but it's not from the Sunnah, not specified. So the women should wear a cloak when in ihram. It to this part of their ihram. Second question, could a woman accept Islam while menstruating? Yes. Why not? This is based on the fact that people think that for a person to accept Islam, they must be in a state of tahara. Yeah, there is recommendation. Prophet ﷺ sent one particular companion who was going to accept Islam, told him to take a ghusl. But this was not a general rule. He did not instruct. Whenever people are going to accept Islam, tell them to do this. Other people came and accepted Islam without him telling them to do this. So this may have been based on certain knowledge that Jibreel revealed to him, concerning this individual, wherein, he advised that individual to go and take a ghusl, that is to take a complete bath before coming to accept Islam. So we could conclude then that a woman menstruating may accept Islam. This is not a requirement for her to wait until her menses is ended before she can accept Islam. Next question comes from Halima Hassan in Dubai. She writes, widows and childless women are considered unlucky. What is your view on this matter? Widows and childless women are considered unlucky, yes. In some Muslim communities, women who are widows or who haven't had any children are shunned. A woman is divorced, not divorced, her husband dies. The dying of her husband is considered like bad luck, an unfortunate incident. That she, somehow this is attributed back to her. That the death of her husband is a result of something which is on her. So she's carrying around with her this bad luck. And if she comes to visit your home, maybe your husband's going to die. Similarly, with a childless woman, she's been married so many years, hasn't had any children, it's something attributed to her. So she must be carrying this sort of bad luck situation. She comes to your home, maybe your child will die. Or if you have had children, you will be born, you're not going to get any children because you came in contact with her. This is total nonsense. Total nonsense. Islam has nothing to do with this at all. Islam is opposed to this. Prophet Muhammad, may God's peace and blessing upon him, married widows. The majority of his wives were childless. So what? Islam respects, honored, people came to those same wives, were amongst them, learned from them, etc. This is Islam. Islam had nothing to do with these kind of beliefs. These are beliefs which come over into Muslim communities, from Hindu customs where, you have the practice of sati or sakti or tutti, where a woman's husband dies, she's now a widow. What is she supposed to do? When they're going to burn his body, she's supposed to climb on top of the pyre and burn herself along with him, because she's of no value. Her husband is dead, then her life was, because in their philosophy, the way a woman is looked at, she's nothing in that sense. Her husband is dead, she's only something with her husband. Husband is gone, she has no value. So it's better for her to go with him. So she should die along with him. So if she didn't die, she's still walking around. Bad luck. This has crept in amongst Muslims. Such beliefs, they said, are against Islam. So my advice would be for us Muslims to get back to the sources of Islam and know the life of Prophet Muhammad, because if we knew it, we could never fall into these ridiculous ideas and corruptive concepts which only harm the community. Those women whose husband died, no fault of their own, they are now shunned, treated badly. Woman doesn't have children, she is ostracized. Nobody wants to see her. She shouldn't come and visit them. It's terrible. Allah protect us from these evils and bring us back to the correct path of Islam. With that, dear viewers, I'd like to bid you all farewell, thanking you for being with us in this segment of the program. As you continue to be with us in future programs, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.